Oh, we're here. Oh, I bumped into my camera. The back shot. Oh. Welcome to the channel, Mr. Piano $sign Carlton Moxley. Retired, semi-retired street performer after 40 years of street performing, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and the subways. I played down at the Christmas tree, National Christmas Tree, so many times that I seen the Secret Service retire. It's all new Secret Service guy. I was down there when they changed hands, when they got a new leader of Secret Service, head of the Secret Service was changed because somebody did something, flew an airplane, landed. But all of them, most of them know me. They've been seeing me every Christmas, and they look out for me. I remember I had my tags were dead, and they didn't give me a ticket. They waited till they saw me. And even one guy, when the president came out, he told me I didn't have to pack up and leave. He parked his bicycle there. His supervisor came past, asked him, "What you doing?" He said, "I don't want him to pack up all his stuff." So I have been blessed favor. I've been receiving favor. And after 40 years of, I took a sabbatical downtown Washington, D.C., so I'm really recuperating from so many years of, well, I remember years ago this little girl asked her mother, she said, "Mommy, what's that man doing?" I had my rig out there and I was playing. It wasn't very popular here in D.C. And she says he loves his trade so much that he's willing to come outside and play his music on the street in order to pursue his goal. And I said, "What?" I jumped back. The way she put that made me, because back then people didn't give you no respect. They would walk past you and tell you to get a job, yeah, playing on the street. And then if you were dressed up playing on the street, they would tell you was overdressed. I remember I saw the Gypsy Kings. I think the Latin Kings or the Gypsy Kings were, and it was about 15 or 20 of them at one time, so they broke up into sections. But they wore their leather jackets and their cowboy boots. They were dressed up. People's store was dropping. They were loud too. I mean, they were blasting, and people were dropping money in there. They figured, they figured a lot of people figure if you're playing music on the street, you should look like a homeless bum. You shouldn't be dressed up. If you was dressed up, they would be looking at you. I remember one lady, I was playing music in the Smithsonian, top of the escalator. I had just got these boots. This female shoe store was going out of business, and they had these high top boots. They were like, I think it was 30% off. Anyway, I got these boots, and this lady, she was mad at me. She says, "Something, something," and he's got on a pair of boots that I can't afford. I remember one time I was down there, I had got permission. I was down at Smithsonian, and you can get a section. You can register for a section, or they gave me a section of the Smithsonian to play my music in. And this cop came past who had been harassing me for years. And he looked at me. I was down there, had my little laptop. It wasn't on Wi-Fi or anything. My first laptop. And he said, "I want to tell your customers you got a computer." As if, I was supposed to have nothing. Well, I say that to say I've been through a lot. Let me go. I didn't even go on here and give myself a sound check. So I'm live. I'm gonna change the thumbnail too, cause it's
change the thumbnail.
there we are. It's upside down. Flip it over. Grab anything here. Let's see. Huh. Downloads. I don't have no pictures. Pictures. Here's a bunch of them. Not working. Let's just grab something and see what it looks like. Oh, that's me with my hair. I like that one. So here we are. Oh, I forgot to, after that, I forgot to do a whole bunch of stuff in YouTube. You see, look, it's taking a minute to, accept the changes. Ah, my keyboard is ready. Okay, let me see. I didn't never unclick this middle one. And, what are we here? Phantom. I'm gonna do a phantom site. I saw this guy talking about people just watching other people make videos. Let's see. Here it is, Phantom Live Session. I'm gonna go ahead and click that, and I'm gonna date it. It's the 23rd already. Man, days are flying past, man. And I'm gonna go back and put this on, keep it on a little sound check, so in case somebody come in the chat room, I can see them. Okay. And I hit this. I already gave myself, I didn't give myself a thumbs up. Nobody here but us chickens. And I'm ready to repower. Oh, you know what? I think my headshot is a good. I saw somebody had their camera set up, the screen set up like this, where they had the eye, they had the Phantom on one side, and they had the Phantom, and they had the headshot. That's headshots backwards. Whoops. Vertical, horizontal. Okay, that's on that side. And let's reboot. Let's turn off this Phantom needs to be put in the shop. I think it was because when I was running Logic years ago, it kept Logic was reaping havoc with my Phantom. It kept putting lines on the screen, and it wouldn't even turn off. I had to unplug it for it to turn off, and I shouldn't. Once it did that one time, I shouldn't have never used Logic again. But I think I might have damaged it some kind of way. The software, the internal data inside. But I have a big old giant smoothie right here. A banana. I had a coffee cake. Glass of cold water, and it's nice and cool in here. It's overcast. It's not that hot. I can have the window open, but I can feel a little bit of. I can open the window if I want. And I had the front doors open, cracked. But you know, I did spend one time. I didn't save the backup. I did spend a couple of weeks going through each one of these. Let me get this headphone. My headphone be bumping on my head. I want to be able to lean forward without bumping my head. I remember going through each. Let's see. See, the thing is not. The shift button is not working. Shift button's not working. I'm gonna set it back to factory setting just for grins, y'all. To see what happens. But see how long it takes. Set it back to factory setting. My mouse was down too low, and see, I can push this forward a little bit. Push my keyboard forward some. I don't need to reach. I can reach back up under here very nicely. And my mouse was down too low on the desk, and you know, carpal syndrome mixed with my rotator disc. Oh man, I mean, I was leaning forward. I was like slouching, and I lifted up my arm. And, oh, and it's pain back here. But I need to. I was just going to get in to check out Logic Pro X. I know somebody told me I was always talking and never getting anything done. But we want to get into the Phantom right here. I have a bunch of YouTube stuff on the Phantom. So if I have a question, I can go right up here. Let me show you. Let me show you. I can go right up here to my main screen, my main Apple screen, and I have a bunch of YouTube. That's wait a minute. That's yesterday. That's yesterday. Let me see if I can. It should be another video on here about the Phantom. Nope. Let me grab one. Now I'm gonna throw this one away. This particular, nothing's on there.
Video, I'm also going to be using a lot of real-time control. I'm going to be using
This is a good
the
one
different
here.
pad modes for editing separate parts of the sounds, for jumping in between sections of songs and playing samples and so on. So a lot
He
of
does
control
too.
right
Him,
on the panel,
and it's
basically.
another guy
so let's
too.
get to it. Okay.
I don't think they have a. I don't think we have a. There's a timeline here. It's a timeline here. I can use this one. I can use this one. TRX. He doesn't spend a lot of time on this. He jumps through, you know, because if you can spend an hour on each one of these, or at least 30 minutes detailing. But recording setting. Yeah, he shoots right through here. I need to watch this instead of watching movies at night. Thriller. And this guy shows you how to. He does a lot of stuff too. He shows you the. What I need to do is just go through here. Okay, look, my what's the name's ready. Keyboard is ready to be rebooted. And I haven't figured out how to work the key switches on here. But looks like I have two of the same screens here, I think. No, is it? Big screen, middle screen. This is not the right screen here. Okay, that's the right one. And see, I'm ready to repower my. Start the Phantom up. Like I said, this thing, I think I have to put it in the shop. I didn't realize my right button stopped working for years. I was wondering why I couldn't download. I couldn't upload or download and upgrade because the right button wasn't working. I even cut it out thinking I could stick something in there to get it to work. And it's not working. So I set it back to factory setting again. Sometimes I can get stuff out of it if I back it up to the O series. See, here's the 3 buttons here. Look, the right button is not working. Now the right button is not working. It's still loading, actually. I like my ski mask, my goggles. Goggles Spanagos. And here's a pattern. Nothing in here. Nothing's in here. The patterns are only on for purple, I think. Yeah, the purple and the, what else? Purple, yellows, and all those. Well, it's a whole bunch of them in there. Yellows, and I think there's yellows too. I don't think there's nothing in here. Ah, it's something on here, on the blues. Patterns on the blues. Let me see if it's blues and yellows. No songs. Let's see if there's a song on the blues. Yeah, songs on these. All these are patterns and stuff in here, y'all. All these are different patterns. I can take these and remix them. But the thing about it is I'm not able to go in here and I'm not able to change anything because the shift button's not working. So what I need to do is find one that turns on all of the lights over here. I need to find one that's going to turn on all of my lights here. Let's go all the way. Let's see. These are not turning on anything. Here's some lights coming on. 3 lights. And this let's see what this is. There's nothing in here. I can work with this, but I'm going to start here and see what we're going to get going, okay? 6 lights. I want to see if I can find one with 8 come on. Here's one. It's all 8 right here. I have to take what I'm getting because the phantom's acting up. There goes 8. And what it's almost, I think it's kind of, it's already divided up into everything too. Let me pull everything down. Let's check out the first. It's a pan flute or something. Second one. Okay. I can do this. My grandmother's song. That's 4 different flutes. Together and a kalimba. Now 5 is 8 synthesizer, and 3 of these are kalimbas. Oh, it's down low. The synthesizer, the pad is over the whole keyboard, and the kalimbas are in the bass. Let's see, 5. It sounds like a sitar more than oh, it's nice echo. No echo in here. Long tail in 7. It's a nice little echo. I wonder if I change the sound, would it stick? Would it keep the effects going to stay on there? Let's see what happens if you put the piano. It keeps the effects. It keeps the effects. Yeah, it keeps the effects. Whoa, you really can hear it on this one. I'm going to undo it and go back and okay, that's original what it was. Let me see what this the pad, would the pad work good on the piano? Let's see what the piano. Turn everything down. This is pad on 8. So I have something on, oh, on 1. Let's go in and see if we can take that off and see if it's global. Reverb. Okay. Delay. Ping pong. Here it is here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Put it on regular delay. I hope it's not global. All these sounds, all these effects. And these are better than using a plug-in on a computer, I think. Don't have that many. Chorus. I'm gonna turn chorus off. Let's see. Let me see. I just put a little chorus. A little bit of chorus. It won't enter. Okay. And it's a reverb. Let's see what kind of reverbs we have. 1. Linear. I'm just gonna go simple. But the thing about it is I'm not able to, I can do enter. It doesn't write. Okay, it's piano. And let me see if it's a universal now, if it affected the other ones. Yeah, it did. It's global. It's global. Turn the piano down. Oh, it's global. Wait a minute. No, I didn't have it on. Yeah, it's global. Because it took off the ping pong off of here. Right? So, you know what? I just need to take my time. Take one thing. Actually, I need to watch... on my downtime, I need to watch Adidas. I need to watch Adidas going through the... let's see if I have one up here.
Also, these are all individually looped.
No.
Too, so I can determine. In conjunction.
This guy is crazy. Dr. Mix.
Sampler.
Something's on. What? Oh, that was him? What is... Wait a minute, I have something. Something's playing. Let's see if we can find where it is. Oh, this is it. This one. The last video I have. And I have a whole bunch of these. These are these are deep dives. And this guy shows you how to do Michael Jackson. I need to get one with Adidas on here. And let me see if I can... I had my iPad plugged in. I was going to use it for the third monitor. Make sure nobody's sneaking in the chat room. It's been 24 minutes. Listen, I'm going to sign off and come back. I'll see y'all in part 2 of take a quick look. I'm out.
These are all individually looped. So I can determine. In conjunction.
This guy is crazy. Dr. Mix. Something's on. What? Oh, that was him?
That is called single tone play, and if
Here it is.
Board 2. So at this point, we're going to remove the USB thumb drive from our USB memory port, and we're going to move it to the external device port. Now that you've installed the USB thumb drive into the external device, you will notice the Phantom will continue to update. Now also remember, do not remove the USB thumb drive from the Phantom until you are prompted on the screen. So just stay patient and just pay attention.
Playlist, I think. One video. Here it is.
Hi everybody, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to go through sounds on the Phantom. So at first glance, when we take a look at the top of the Phantom, there is a lot going on. But we're going to learn very quickly how to go through individual tones inside the Phantom. So I can go ahead and find a scene, a free scene, or if I would like to, I just press the single tone button right here. If I press this single tone button, now each one of these buttons, which is a category, can go. Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to edit the scene with a memo, scene ratings, scene color, and scene level. All right, let's get started. So sometimes when we look at a scene and we take a look at the screen, there's a lot of different things going on and we're not sure what one scene has over the other. So let's figure out how to go ahead and edit these scenes a little bit easier and make it so we know exactly what we're looking for just at a glance. So I'm going to go ahead and press the edit button right here.
Oh, right.
And as you can see in this particular scene, this gig sound scene, I can go ahead and press my encoder here, press it, and I can go ahead and give a memo of what is going on in this scene. And in this particular one, I might go ahead and say, all right, this one has my keyboard switch group. So I'll go ahead and type that in here, keyboard switch group. And okay, so now I know at a glance there's a keyboard switch group in there. That is great. Now I can also go further and adjust it by adjusting the scene rating, and that'll add a couple of different stars, 1 to 3 stars. So as you can see, I can now come into here for the gig and put this in green because maybe these are my go-to sounds, and then I can adjust my scene rating in here that has little stars in there if I want. So I know those are my favorites that I can pull up. Now if I want to, sometimes when we create different scenes or layers or splits, we might create one scene, but then when we put it with another, we realize that it's a little bit softer or louder than the last scene, and then I might have to go in there and figure out and adjust those levels accordingly, which might take me a little bit of time. And now with this way, I can go ahead and do that with the scene level. I can go ahead and just adjust the overall scene very quick and easy right here by go ahead and turning this encoder right there. Want to have everything how I like it, I can go ahead and press the right button and it actually saves all of those scene memos, ratings, levels, everything in there to that particular scene. So now when I go from a different scene, I'll go back to my main one, my gig sounds. I can look at a glance, know it's a keyboard switch group, and have it with the particular color and the levels, everything right there for me. All right, give this a shot, and I hope this helps you out. You guys take care. Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to create a scene chain inside the Phantom. So if you're playing a lot of gigs or playing church services or just a lot of performances, you might want to organize your scenes in like a favorite of sorts. And in the Phantom, it's called a scene chain. So check this out. We're going to begin by pressing chain, and I already have one here that I started, but let's go ahead and create a fresh one. So I'm going to hit right there and hit the drop down menu, and within here I have 100 scene chains. Okay, so we're going to begin by choosing initialize scene chain number 2. I'll go ahead and press OK on my encoder, and as you can see I have a free slot. Now the scene chain has the ability to have up to 32 pages of scenes at your fingertips, and each page holds 16 different scenes, so you can have access to up to 512 scenes. So I'm going to go ahead and press the edit button, and this is where I'll begin to add my specific scenes in here. So I'll hit select scene. So once I'm in my bank select, I'll go ahead and choose a bank, and we can go ahead and start looking around and seeing what I want to go ahead and do. And so I might come into here and say, all right, go ahead and start choosing different ones. I might begin with my gig sounds, and so I'll press OK. Now I'm going to go to my next area, hit select scene, and I might choose something else. OK. I'm going to go to my next. I'm going to select a scene, maybe choose a different bank. Great. OK. Choose another scene. Select. Let's choose another one. OK. And that quickly I can go ahead and start aligning scenes. Now I want you to notice what's happening here on the right side of the keyboard. Every time I go to next and I select a scene, and let's choose this red one, watch what happens over here. That quickly I went ahead and it's assigning them to my buttons over here, my different category buttons. So select another scene, and notice the color matches with what the scene is. Great, so I have all these different scenes. Now if I wanted to write them, I would press the right button on the screen, and now that particular scene chain is saved. If I wanted to go a little bit further, I can go edit once again, press rename, and I can name that particular scene chain. So I might go ahead and name this one Band 1. So I got it set here, and OK. Once that is set, I'll press the right button, because look, there is the little yellow asterisk, and I'll press right. And now, depending on what playing situation I am in, I can go ahead and press on the drop down menu and choose that particular scene chain that matches that situation. Once I have it, press OK, and I can come in here and adjust. Great. Now what if I have a similar set list for a different band, or it's the same band but they've changed the set list? Check this out. I can press edit, and I can go ahead and come into here, maybe select that particular scene, and if I hold down shift, I can use my cursors and copy those particular scenes. And let's exit. I might go ahead and say, all right, let's do another scene, and now edit, and now I can paste those scenes from a different scene chain into this new scene, and then I can go ahead and rename it and write it. So I do not have to create an absolutely new scene chain every time. I can go ahead and take portions of scenes from one scene chain and copy and paste them to another. The same can also be said, let's go ahead and go back to that particular one, band 1, and this time press edit, and I might say, oh, I don't want that particular song. I can go ahead and press delete and watch what happens. I can delete it, and everything moves accordingly, and then all I have to do is write it. So as you can see, creating a scene chain in the Phantom is very easy. This is something for all of you musicians out there that are playing in different situations will definitely need to use. Alright, check this out. I hope it helps you out. You guys take care. Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to complete a factory reset inside the Phantom. Alright, let's get started. So for some reason, if someone's messed up my Phantom, or I'm using a Phantom that I bought at a store and it's not quite right, it is possible to return it back to its factory settings as it came from the box. So all I have to do is press the menu button, go inside and do factory reset. Now, as it says here, this will clear all the internal contents from here, the internal memory contents. It's not going to erase the keyboard as far as all the sounds. What it's going to do is any kind of changes that have been made to it, or any kind of user information, it will go ahead and replace that. Now, if that's something you do not want to do, you make sure that you already have created a backup of this Phantom. So look within this playlist, there is a video that will show you how to do this. If this is something you want to do, you can press the OK. It's going to ask you, are you sure? And you press OK, and the Phantom will begin to return itself to as it was as it came out of the box, factory fresh. All right, I hope this helps you out. You guys take care. We'll talk to you later. Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to assign the sub-outs inside the Phantom. So the Phantom has 6 outputs available for you to assign. So let's go ahead and learn how to assign the multiple outputs now. Very easy. So I'm going to start off with any scene, and remember, each of these output variations can be assigned to different scenes. So you can have different outputs for different scenes depending on your needs. So I'll just go ahead and choose a scene. Once I'm in that scene, I'm going to press and hold the shift button, and then I'm going to press the zone edit button on top. Once I'm in my zone edit, I can go ahead and I'm just going to stay in the tone area. If we cursor to the right, we can see we have out, and this is where I'll choose my specific outputs. So I'm going to press the enter button, and as you can see, here's where I can choose multiple outputs. My main outputs, my sub 1, sub 2, and even my analog effects output. For this example, let's go ahead and choose sub 1. So I'll have that set. Let's go to the next one, and I'm going to go ahead and press the enter button, and I might go ahead and have this one for sub out number 2. Okay, great. And let's go ahead and pretend this one we're just going to leave it main. Now, why would I do this? Okay, here's why I would do this. Maybe I wanted to have my main piano sounds or my main layers going through my main outputs right here on the left here, and that's perfectly fine. But what if I'm running a split with a bass tone in there? If I have a bass tone, I might want to route that bass tone to sub out 1 or sub out 2, and then have that sub out actually go to a bass cabinet. It's definitely possible. Another reason I might want to do this is, say I'm running a computer running MainStage or Logic, probably more MainStage if I'm using a live situation, especially within church. I can go ahead and have that, external, and here it is. I could say I want to run you out to sub 2. I could do this so that way my main stage could have a whole different channel within my mixer, and I can have a little bit more control. Now, once I'm happy with these settings for this particular scene, all I have to do is press the right button, and then I can actually save it within that scene. So I can choose to rename the scene if I want, and then I can go ahead and choose where I want to put it within the Phantom amongst the 4 banks, A, B, C, or D. All right, take a look at this. I hope it helps you out in your live performance. You guys take care. We'll talk to you later. Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to assign alternate tunings to tones inside the Phantom. So sometimes as we're playing music from throughout the world, we have to have different tuning assignments. So in this video, we're going to learn how to go ahead and assign different tunings to specific tones in the Phantom. So I'm going to begin by pressing single tone and going to an acoustic piano. And now all I have to do is press shift, hit the zone edit button, and it's going to take me to my zone edit screen. Once I'm in the zone edit screen, I'm going to spin the knob down to scale tune. So as you can see, I'll go ahead and use my cursor and highlight where it says equal, so that's for equal temperament. If I press the enter button, I can see all the different types of scale tuning that are available to me. So I can have a custom scale tuning, just major, just minor, and Arabic. So if I want to go ahead and save this, I could choose that particular scale tuning, such as Arabic, press OK, and all I would have to do is press the right button, and that particular scale tuning would be saved to that particular scene. So once again, if I wanted to have a specific scale tuning assigned to a specific tone in a specific zone, all I have to do is press and hold shift, hit my zone edit button, and then go ahead and turn the knob down to scale tune. Once in scale tune, I'll choose the appropriate tone I am working on, press the enter button, and then I can easily choose what type of scale tuning I would like to choose. Once I have it selected, I can press OK, and then press my right button, and that will write that to the scene. Just press enter, and then once again I can rename it and then save it. anywhere within the Phantom that I like. All right, give this a try. I hope it helps you out. You guys take care. We'll talk to you later.
Ah. controller. Oh, it's working in uh, ah. Internal. Do I want this? pattern mode. Looks nice. Split already. Oh, 4. You know what? I don't see. Oh. Motorcycle. Oh. Oh. What's that? Huh? I'm live? I know I'm not live. I'm live all this time and don't know it. 7 views. Am I live? Am I live, y'all? Let's see.
What is?
No, I signed off.
Wait a minute, I have some part 2 of take a quick look.
Let's see. No, I ain't still alive. No, I'm not live. Wait a minute, I might be. I don't know if I was live or not. This says 7 views. End stream. End stream. End.